Sometimes we forget celebrities are normal human beings like us and have made some mistakes in their lives. In fact, some of them have committed some mistakes so serious that they ended up on the wrong side of the law because of them. And today, we're here to tell you all about them, to see if your favorite celebrity was a criminal before they became famous. Keep watching. First on our list is Matthew McConaughey. While you may know Matthew McConaughey for being an incredible actor, you might not know about his 1999 nude bongo arrest. On October 25, 1999, McConaughey lived in a two-bedroom rental home in an upscale Austrian neighborhood called Tarrytown. He had gone over there to see his alma mater's football team, the Texas Longhorns, win big on Saturday and ended up partying till Sunday night without sleeping a wink. One thing led to another, and around 2:30 a.m. on Monday, the interstellar star was dancing around naked and playing his congas. Of course, he wasn't sober during the entire incident, which definitely didn't help when the police showed up. He was then arrested on suspicion of possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and resisting transportation. But this isn't anything the actor is embarrassed about. In fact, he's mentioned a detailed version of the entire event in his memoir called Green Lights. Next up, we have Mark Wahlberg. Unfortunately, Mark Wahlberg's crimes can't make for a fun story. The 51-year-old actor has a long list of serious charges against him from his young days. His crimes were highlighted when he spoke in support of the Black Lives Matter movement after the death of George Floyd, and the question began whether his support meant anything or not. As a teenager, he had been charged twice because of hate crimes. The first time was back in 1986 when Wahlberg and a group of his friends threw rocks and shouted racial slurs at a group of black fourth-grade students, and the second time was only 2 years later when he was arrested after attacking two Vietnamese men while trying to steal beer. He also shouted racial slurs at them and hit one man over the head with a 5-foot wooden stick. He was initially charged with attempted murder, but after he pleaded guilty, he was sentenced to 2 years. But after only serving 45 days, he was released. While Wahlberg has apologized plenty of times for these incidents frequently, many remain skeptical about him and his past. Moving forward, Snoop Dogg. Snoop has never been one to shy away from talking about his gangster lifestyle. In fact, he's also written multiple songs about it too. But what you may not know is that back in 1993, he was arrested after a rival gang member was shot and killed by a gun fired out of the rapper's car. While it was, later on, found that the shot was fired by his bodyguard, McKinley Lee, aka Malik, the rapper still had to go through the entire investigation process and was, for a while, a suspect in the case. Snoop appointed lawyer Johnny Cochran, who also represented O.J. Simpson, and he could get both the rapper and his bodyguard acquitted. Moving forward, Robert Downey Jr. Did you know Robert Downey Jr. was living a life of crime before he turned his life around and became the incredible actor we now know? That's right. Back in 1996, police caught Downey in his car with heroin, cocaine, and a pistol after he was pulled over for speeding. While he was granted a pardon for this conviction in 2015, it will remain on his permanent record. But before that, he made repeated trips to drug rehab in the late 1990s. But till then, nothing was interfering with his acting career. Things took a turn for the worse when his drug addiction interfered with his commercial success, and he started losing acting jobs because of it. He started losing jobs because of his arrests and frequent visits to rehab, but by 2003, he was able to get clean and get the role of Tony Stark, which then changed the entire trajectory of his career. Next on the list, we have Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo is proof that one needs to be a real-life badass to become an on-screen badass. He had previously spent 11 years in jail for drugs and armed robbery, but one silver lining for all that time spent locked up was that he learned how to box and got clean. Young Danny had landed in jail for drug dealing and robbery in 1962. He was 21 years old when he was caught selling 4 ounces of heroin to an undercover agent. Not only did he spend 11 years in prison, but he also almost came face to face with his demise, as he was about to be sentenced to death. His claim to fame was when director Robert Rodriguez looked at Trejo and cast him for his movie From Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado. That was just the beginning for him, as he ended up working with Hollywood icons like Harrison Ford and Robert De Niro. Now, let's talk about John Lennon. In 1980, Beatles band member John Lennon gave an interview with Playboy that caught everyone's attention. In his interview, he admitted he used to be cruel to women he was with, and he didn't know how to express himself. He talked about it in his interview and stated that he used to physically abuse women and fight with them. Apart from that, he actually once almost killed a man. Lennon once physically attacked Bob Wooler, the Cavern Club's MC, when he jokingly suggests that the singer was in an intimate relationship with Brian Epstein. The musician was drunk, and he ended up leaving Wooler hospitalized with broken ribs. According to Lennon, he only stopped beating him because he realized he was going to kill him. Imagine all the people living in peace indeed. Moving forward, we have Jay-Z. Jay-Z's story is quite an inspiring one. The rapper turned his life around as he began as a youth teen selling drugs and is now one of the richest people alive. He acknowledges his dark days and even says that his drug dealing days helped him prepare for the cutthroat music industry. But it seems like the Empire State of Mind rapper is having a full circle moment, as he revealed that his most recent business venture, Monogram, will be a startup for selling cannabis. Legally this time, of course. Jay-Z said that to be in a drug deal, you need to know what you can spend, and you need to have an exit strategy that needs to be there since the window is small. He stated that this advice had helped him a lot in his career to this day. Next up, we have Will Smith. After his 2022 Oscars slap incident, the internet dug into Smith's assault from 1989. It was reported that he was arrested over an alleged assault that took place in Philadelphia, in which he was involved in an argument that resulted in the man almost losing sight in one eye. The charges against the now 53-year-old actor included criminal conspiracy, aggravated assault, simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. However, all these charges were dismissed. According to the National Enquirer, the incident occurred shortly after Smith received his first rap Grammy, and according to a police report, the actor asked his bodyguard, Charles Alston, to attack record promoter William Hendricks. It was reported that Hendrick had needed 6 stitches after he fractured his left eye orbit during the attack. Coming up, Stephen Fry. That's right. Britain's favorite celebrity, Stephen Fry, also spent some time committing petty crimes, or at least just one. After he was expelled from 2 schools, he attempted suicide at 16 after he left Norfolk College of Arts and Technology. He then went on a spending spree after he stole credit cards from a family friend. What's crazy is that he wasn't caught for 3 months until he was eventually arrested in Swindon. He used the stolen card to stay at different hotels until he arrived in Wiltshire. That's how he was able to evade arrest for so long. He also recalled the event in his autobiographical 1997 book called Moab is My Washpot. Finally, the last person on our list is Khloe Kardashian. You must have seen the famous scene from the reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where Kris Jenner asks Kim Kardashian to stop taking pictures because her sister is going to jail. Well, did you know that the sister in question was, in fact, Khloe Kardashian? In March 2008, Khloe was arrested for driving under the influence and had to end up serving time in jail. While she was supposed to serve time for 30 days, she ended up serving less than 3 hours of her sentence and was released early because of overcrowding. Talking about the sentence, she stated that she would have died if she had to spend 30 days in the cell. At least it gave us an iconic moment in reality TV history, and her mugshot is so loved that Kim actually had it framed and displayed in her living room in one of her old homes. That's a wrap for this video. Which celebrities' past crimes were you most shocked to hear about? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.